the gorgeous, lovely, beauty and brains, Miss World Africa 2018-2019, Quiin Abenakyo. And she jetted in yesterday at 11 p.m. and she's made time to be with us here at Citizen TV. It's so good to have you with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
What brings you to Nairobi? Let us start there.
Well, as Miss World Africa, you need to tour other countries, explore and make connections, because you find that with our Beauty with a Purpose projects, these are problems that are not only in our countries, but Africa at large in the world. So we need to go around, make more connections, talk to people, find ways of getting solutions to some of these problems. So that's why I'm here today.
That's why you're here today.
Yes.
What's the meaning of your name? I find it very nice. Quiin Abenakyo. I love it.
Abenakyo means be with it.
Be with it.
So people always ask, be with what? And I tell them everything: God's grace, favor, beauty, brains, have it all.
Have it all.
Yes, that's what Abenakyo means.
It.
Yes,
I like
be with
it.
it.
Okay, so that's fantastic. Let's talk about your title, Miss World Africa 2019. You not only represented Uganda, you now represent the entire African continent.
Yes.
Take me back to when you were crowned this title, when you had your name being called out. Were you nervous? What was going through your mind then? Take me back to that.
A lot was going on. First and foremost, I was the first Ugandan to make it to top 30. That was a very big achievement.
So that alone was an achievement.
Yes.
Okay.
And I kept telling myself, Quiin, you have made it. You may go far, but even if you don't, you have done something good for your country. So making it to top 12, then progressing to top 5 was a dream come true. I cried. I thought I would collapse on stage because it was unbelievable.
Right.
It is, I should say, it is the best day of my life.
Did you see it coming?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't.
Okay, fast forward, you went viral online because, I mean, hello, you represented Uganda and Africa. Then you met President Yoweri Museveni. And he said, you are a gorgeous lady. And then remember what he said is that, I wish you could get rid of this.
The Indian hair.
The Indian hair, and have your natural beauty, which you have it today.
Yes.
Do you agree with him?
I do. But I find that during the competition, it was really hard for me to wear my natural hair.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the time, you need to take care of your hair, you don't have the time to actually do all these things. So wearing that Indian hair was quite easy for me. It gave me enough time to do what I was supposed to do. But then he was right. But at the end of the day, I believe everyone should be comfortable. If you choose to wear your hair natural, then do that. If you prefer the Indian hair, then do that.
But what does that say? The fact that you couldn't be able to wear natural hair on a global beauty pageant, what does that say about perhaps how the world perceives beauty, how the world, the inclusion of beauty? Because I can imagine if it was possible, if they had a space, and I'm talking about from stylists to etc., for you to be able to wear your natural hair on a global platform, how many young girls watching would have been like, okay, so my natural kinky hair is considered international beauty standards. Yeah.
That was a decision I made. My roommate from Sierra Leone wore her natural hair. She had the time to do that. She had the right products, and it's something she loves. On the other hand, I thought, no, wearing my wigs would make things a lot easier for me, so I chose that. It is not that you're not supposed to wear your natural hair. It is what you feel you need to do, or what you feel will be comfortable for you, because at the end of the day, it's a competition. You have to feel beautiful. You have to be beautiful. You have to present the best version of yourself. So yes, that's it.
Tell me, you're passionate about addressing teenage pregnancy.
Yes.
Why? Is it something personal?
While I was in Miss Uganda camp, we got a chance to go and visit a teen mother's home. And listening to their stories, some of these girl stories was really disheartening. A girl gets pregnant at 13, 12, 15. Any normal person would be very, very disheartened by these stories. So I picked interest in that, and it is a project that the Miss Uganda Foundation was already working on. So me being able to spearhead and champion this cause was something that I could easily take on and relate to. So that's why I presented it at Miss World, and now it is something that I'm fighting, it's something that I'm working on. And I believe it's not only in Uganda, but Africa and the world at large. And these are some of the problems that people tend to forget. When you talk about the problems that young people are facing, people are going to talk about unemployment. But then this is something that is on the rise. Imagine if 25% of the young population, the girls, are either pregnant or mothers at this age. It is not something that we should ignore.
What happens after now you hand over your crown to someone else? Will you be able to continue with this initiative?
Yes, I will. I'll be opening my foundation soon, and through this I will carry on this project and many more others. Yeah.
All right. A lot of people do not know this, but you graduated in January this year.
Yes.
With
a bachelor's in business computing.
Wow. Yeah. So you also have a passion for that.
Yes.
Was it difficult juggling studies and being Miss World Africa, or even preparing for that role at that time?
Now, the beauty of my story is, by the time I contested for Miss Uganda and Miss World, I was done with university.
I was waiting
to graduate. So it was quite easy for me.
How will you then use your degree and your title and your beauty, really, in terms of achieving some of the goals that you want in your life, in bettering the lives of teenagers? Because I can see you have a heart for teenagers.
Yes.
How are you going to use that?
First and foremost, I'd love to go for an MBA, master's. And then because when you talk of the teen mothers and the youth, we look at also skilling them. So it's through this that maybe I can incorporate business computing or programming or IT, because now the world is changing so fast. Everything is about technology and all that. So I believe in that way I'll be able to incorporate what I studied and also be able to help others. Yeah.
Okay. Talk to me perhaps about some of the stereotypes you feel, because here you are talking about masters and you have a degree and you're a gorgeous lady. Some of the stereotypes you've heard when it comes to ladies who take part in beauty pageants. Yeah.
Well, in Uganda, years back, people did not pay attention to pageantry. They're like, it's something for, I should say, sluts. It's what they considered pageantry to be. But I'm very happy and glad that this year people are now open-minded. They now know Miss Uganda or Miss World is a lot more than just beauty. It's beauty with a purpose. It's beauty with brains. It is service above self, someone that can come and help the community. And I believe for me that is a change. Yeah. I've
always wanted to find out and to ask, because every single year, it happens annually.
Yes.
That tomorrow you will give your crown to someone else, that person will give their crown to someone else, and everyone has things that they're passionate about. But is there a sense of, especially within the African continent, the beauties within the African continent who have held the title and who will hold the title, is there a sense of togetherness, of unity? If I feel like if I tomorrow I'm crowned Miss World Africa 2019-2020, and I'm also passionate about teenagers, instead of starting my own foundation, can I come and say, hey Quiin, I want to complement your foundation and I want to help you with your own foundation, instead of perhaps a redundancy of it?
It has not been done before. It is something that I want to work on, and like I said, that's why I'm here in Kenya. It is my first country. We'll be traveling to other countries like Sierra Leone, because her beauty with a purpose is domestic violence. So in a way, some of these things are connected, and I believe if we all work together, because at Miss World you are a family, you get to hear their stories, you get to know that, wait, this is not only happening in my country, but it's also happening in hers. How can we work together? How can we do this? So yeah, in that way I believe we'll tackle some of these
And you get
projects.
to work with also the other ladies who represented each country, like in this case Miss World Kenya. Will you also get to work with her when you go to Sierra Leone? You also work with the lady, or it will have to be you individually?
No, I'll have to work with them, because you cannot just go to a country and expect to start from the ground. You need to connect with someone that knows how these things run in their country, so that you can connect and build a basis on that.
Right. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Are you the firstborn in your family? How many siblings do you have?
We are 3 children. I'm the second born. And what should I say? I love cooking.
You love cooking?
Yes, I do.
Is that your form of relaxing?
Exactly.
After you've had a long day?
It is my safe space.
Does Quiin, Miss World Africa 2019, ever have a bad day?
I try to look at the positive side of each and everything.
Yeah.
Everyone has those days, but you look at the positive side. You don't have to lie on, okay, today was, no.
Yeah.
That will only drag you.
I don't know if our viewers can see, but her skin is literally glowing. It is so clear. So my question is, do you have like a beauty regime, and could you share it with us?
Beauty, let's see.
At the end of the long day.
At the end of the long day, of course, you have to take your makeup off. And the problem we ladies normally do is we forget to take our makeup off. maybe you want to sleep with it, but it's not okay. After a long day, take a shower, take off your makeup, but also drink water. You need to drink water, yeah, that's it.
Those are your beauty secrets, your top tips. Okay.
Water.
Drinking
and use the
water.
Right makeup. Yes, because most cases we either use makeup that is not for skin tone. Maybe you want to appear lighter or darker. You need to get makeup that suits your skin tone. I believe it's from that you'll be able to look good.
What perhaps do you say to people, especially the ladies on the African continent, who choose to bleach their skin? Because bleaching is one of the things that Kenyans and African women in general have to struggle with because of what we perceive beauty to be.
First and foremost, I believe by the time one bleaches, they're not comfortable in their own skin. And this is something that needs to change. You don't have to be light-skinned to know you're beautiful. You are beautiful just the way you are. That's what I keep telling people. God has a reason as to why he created you with that color. Now you changing to another shows there's something. Maybe you need people to talk to you or to advise you. It is not something that the young girls should do. Please don't bleach. Be yourself, remain the color that you were born, and everything will be okay.
Wow. Very quick. I've always been very curious. How do you prepare for a beauty pageant, especially on a global platform such as the one that you're currently on, Beauty with a Purpose? How does one prepare for that? Do you have time that you set aside to maintain, of course, your body? Do you have to be a certain height to qualify? Walking, do you have to practice the walk that we see you guys doing, the strut? Take me through that.
For Miss World, there are very many categories. So you need to practice for each and every category. We have top model. That's when we walk, you do the walk and make sure you practice and you're on point. Then we have talent. If you have any talent, if you can sing, then do that. If you can dance, then do that. Then we have head-to-head challenge. Now here they challenge you mentally, just asking questions. So you need to make sure you're well informed of what is happening. You can express yourself. So you need to prepare yourself in that way. And after us being crowned in our countries, we have like 2 or 3 months to prepare for Miss World.
Oh, now the international platform.
Yes, so by the time you go there, at least you have an idea of what is expected, what you need to do, but not forgetting that you are representing your country. Because you can imagine at Miss World, you're not called Queen, you're called Uganda, you're called Kenya, you're called Nigeria. So you're carrying that with you. Yeah.
How was that experience like, having to leave Uganda, go to a foreign country, meet all these gorgeous women from around the world? How was that experience?
It was quite interesting, I should say. I was a little bit scared, but then I should say I had the best roommate because she helped me. I got there a few days after them. So she helped me with a lot of these things, and at the end of the day, it was not only competing, but also building relationships and bonding with these girls. And I'm very glad that I made friends at Miss World, friends that I'll keep for life, friends that if I went to their countries, I know I have a place to stay.
Right.
Such a bond, so it was really exciting.
Right. You know, let me go back to what you're really passionate about, and that's addressing teenage pregnancy. Teenagers don't get pregnant by themselves, or rather female teenagers don't get pregnant by themselves. How do we then bring in the boy child into the conversation?
That is it. When we look at the boy child, we look at it in 2 aspects. One, maybe they are dating or of the sort, but then teenage pregnancies can also be caused because of early marriages. Now, when we are addressing people, we don't only address the girls, the boys, but also the parents. Because if you force me, to get married at 13, you are doing injustice to me and to the society. So we need to talk to the parents and to the boys so that they are responsible. Imagine if you got this girl pregnant, she will drop out of school and you will continue. I don't think that is fair. It is something that the boy needs to be punished. He needs to know, yes, I did something wrong and I need to be punished. But also these girls' policies need to be amended, that even if I get pregnant, yes, let me continue with school. I will take time off, give birth, but also go back to school. It is not the case. Once the school administration learns that you're pregnant, you're told to drop off.
When you articulated this to President Yoweri Museveni, what did he say? Would he support you? Because you talked about policies and, you know, laws that say, you know, as much, even though a girl gets pregnant, she has the very much right to go back to school.
Exactly.
Yes. So what did the president say? Would he be backing your foundation?
Yes.
And also giving voice to the cause?
Yes, it gives me a lot of joy that he is willing to support me each and every way, and for also the Miss Uganda Foundation, because this is where the project started, and they have been helping so many girls. So yes, he will be taking part and supporting us.
Okay. I mean, there's this all things about the title, and as a woman as gorgeous as you are, right? But talk to me about the challenges that you have faced when it comes to getting to this title. It's been a journey. You just didn't wake up and you were crowned Miss World Africa. Did you start pageantry when you were in your teenage years? Take me through that.
Now, the funny thing is, my very first pageant was the Miss Uganda pageant.
Really?
I had never contested before.
And you got it? You got it? You perhaps passed all those other women?
Yes. From all over Uganda, there were about 200 contestants from Eastern Uganda, Western Uganda, and from all that I matched as winner. So from Miss Uganda, I went on to Miss World. It was something new, but I always wanted to be a model. Now that is the tricky part. Pageantry is a little bit different from modeling. There's some aspects that are different, and it's something that I've learned and embraced. But you can do both. You can be a model and a beauty queen, depending on how you want to do it or how you want to take it.
Right.
So it has been an interesting journey, and I remember I used to usher at events, you know, those girls that usher in people at events, and it helped me talk to people because I was a little bit shy and reserved, but this helped me get out of my comfort zone, talk to people. So when I got to compete, it was actually easier for me. Yes, there are a few challenges. You have to learn this. You have to relate with people from different backgrounds, different families. But that is the beauty, because you get to learn more from these girls, and you get to be a better person from sharing these experiences.
Apart from just meeting President Yoweri Museveni, you also had a chance to meet the First Lady.
Yes.
How was that like?
Oh my.
What conversation do you have when you meet with the First Lady?
First of all, she's very passionate about helping the young girls. And she's the Minister of Education. So these are things, this is a cause that is in line with what she does. And she's also willing to support me. That is something that is really, really nice. And they're very lovely people. I mean, it is a dream come true to sit down and dine with the president.
Yeah, not everyone gets to do that.
Not everyone gets to do that.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Do you feel as if a lot of young girls and women generally on the African continent have confidence in who they are in terms of not even just their skin tone, but in how we perceive what beauty is? I mean, I've had a chance to also talk to people living with albinism, and here in Kenya, we have had, the conversation is changing. Whereas in Tanzania, it's still considered taboo to be someone who is living with albinism. In fact, they are killed and their bodies are then used as within the witchcraft rituals, right? So how do we then begin to break our mentality in what we perceive to be beautiful?
I think it all goes through sensitization. For people that have the platform to talk about these issues, they should do that, not sit back and watch as other people suffer. So if like Miss Uganda or Miss World Africa, I have the platform to talk about beauty, to encourage girls to believe in themselves, to love their skin tone, their backgrounds, their colors. At the end of the day, it is your story from which you build on. If you are not confident within, then other people will tell you what to do. But if you're confident, you know who you are, you know what you want, trust me, people cannot break you easily with what they say. Just like pageantry, when you tell people, hi, I'm going to contest for Miss Uganda, most people are like, no, you shouldn't. But it's because I want this, I believe in this, I should do this. It is how I'm able to do that, and people will back you up easily. But if you don't believe in yourself, you can easily break down from what other people are saying. So this also goes to us sensitizing the girls and the general public. In Tanzania, people need to tell them that it's okay to be that way. You are human. You could be someone very important in society. Why should you kill them or punish them because of a different skin tone?
How did you personally build your confidence? What advice will you have to a young girl who is watching and doesn't feel like she's adequate enough, she's not beautiful enough? And of course, it's not a thing that you do.
Exactly.
But so how did you build your own personal confidence? Well, and even till today? Yeah.
Taking baby steps, learning from each and everyone that is around you. In Miss Uganda, we had boot camp for about 2 weeks, and they looked at us, they looked at our strengths and weaknesses, and they were able to help us. Some of us have it within, but we need someone to help us break through it.
Right.
I didn't know I was this confident till I got people to help me, till I went for classes, till I got someone to help me with some of these issues. If we could know and note down our weaknesses, we can work upon them. It is not like I'm the most confident person, but I try to relate to the environment. If I know I am going for an interview, I train myself. Be like, okay, Quiin, you need to do this. You need to speak this way. You need to sit this way. Maybe you'll be comfortable this way, because it also takes comfort. You may be confident, but if you're not comfortable where you are, then it does not make any sense.
Right.
So it all starts with you. Take baby steps. No one has the perfect answers to each and everything, but you also need to start from within you.
And you practice in the mirror.
Yes, I am beautiful. Yeah. I am confident. It does help.
That sort of, personal proclamation that you're talking about. All right. Would you mind me asking how your faith has also helped you in perhaps overcoming the challenges that you have faced this far into getting where you are? And not just with the title, but even in your personal life.
Personal life, well, for each and everything that I do, I pray. When I don't have answers, even when I think I do have the answers, I pray for guidance, because you never really know unless God has given you a sign, or you pray and things will all be okay. Because at the end of the day, He gives us the strength, He gives us the knowledge, the confidence. So if I know, let me give an example of today. I knew I was coming for an interview. I was like, please God bless me. Let me kill it. Let me kill the interview. Let me be as confident as I can be, and let me have fun at the end of the day. And yeah, this is what I'm doing now. So my faith and having support from family and friends, it is something that is key. If your family and friends don't support you, it's really hard. But if you know that people backing you up, people that are interested in knowing your next move, and they're supporting you 100%, I mean, that is my support system. Knowing I have them, I can break all barriers.
Who does Quiin look up to? Who is Quiin's role model? Who are some of the people that you look up to?
My role model is my mom and my auntie. Why? In most cases, when you talk to young people, they tell you their role models are, let's say, Rihanna or Oprah. Celebrities. But this is the thing. Celebrities tell you what they want you to know. You actually don't know their real story. And that is something we young people forget. But how about you look at someone that you have looked up to, someone that has seen you grow, someone whose stories you know and can relate to. Now, my mother is that kind of person. I have seen what she's gone through. I have seen how strong she is. She motivates me to be even stronger than she is. Now, for such a person to be my role model is what pushes me. And I want young people to also get role models in that sense. Don't just look at someone because they are the richest people in the world. You do not know their story.
And why your auntie?
My auntie. Not only is she my auntie, but she's my friend. She's my best friend. She's one person that listens to me, advises me, and you can sit down and have any kind of conversation with her. Now, this is someone that tells you, okay, Quiin, now you need to set your goals straight. You need to do this. And I've also seen we have a very little age gap between us, but she's done so much that she inspires me to wake up and do more, and she also pushes me and motivates me. Like I told you, these are people that I look up to within my family. I don't have to go outside to know that, okay, this should be my role model. It is stories within that inspire me to be a greater person.
Would you say you're blessed to have a healthy relationship with your mom? Not so many people, both men and women, really, can say they have a healthy relationship with their parents as you would have. Right. And what after? What's next after this? You've gotten the crown. After the crown, what will be next for Quiin? What's the next step for Quiin?
My next step, like I said, I'll be opening my foundation soon, and I will continue with this Beauty with a Purpose project, fighting teenage pregnancies, and I'll also go back for masters. Then the rest will be up to God.
Really? Yeah. You're big on education. What do you want mastering? Have you thought about that yet?
Business administration.
Business administration. Is business something also close to your heart?
Yes, much as you are doing all this, you need the money. You need to make something of yourself. So most definitely.
Exactly. For your foundation to continue running and for you to do what you're able to do, you do need the money.
Yes.
So business is something close to your heart. All right. What's your advice as your closing statement to other women and girls who are just watching? What's your closing statement, your word of advice to them?
First and foremost, pray. No matter what religion you are, pray. God has all your answers. Be a believer and everything will work in your favor to believe in yourselves. Don't let people break you down because of what they say or what. If you believe you can do something, then do it. And for the young people out there, use your talents, because you never know what will be next in line for you. And yeah, work hard. For the young ladies, stay in school. Yes.
Quiin, thank you so much for coming here this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for talking to us. Quiin is spelled with Q-U-I-I-N.
Yes.
Does it have a different meaning as well?
Not really.
It's just the same. Quiin. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is none other than Quiin Abenakyo. She is Miss World Africa 2018-2019. Teenage pregnancy is something that is close to her heart. Cooking rather, is one of the ways that she relaxes, and she says from here henceforth, even after the title, it is something that she wants to continue to do, as it's also her business is also something that is close to her heart. We want to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll dive into the last hour really of Daybreak, and we'll bring you up to speed with stories making headlines from the different counties our correspondents have an eye on. But first, let's take a breather. We'll be right back.